Okay, you have two assignments today. This one goes pretty quick. What people are having problems with on those story problems is they get the equation written that looks like that, 100 plus 40x equals y, and they don't know what to do with this last number, okay? So it states up in that box that y is miles, x is hours. So this hours is 6 hours has to go in for either y or x. Well, what's its label? Its label is 6 hours. And hours is x. So I'm going to put a little x above that. When I put the number in for x, you parenthesize the x. You put 6 over it. And then you can just use your calculator to find the rest. You don't have to dot because the y doesn't have a number in front to dot. 100 plus 40 times 6. Okay. 340. Okay. So when that number goes in for x, it's very easy, okay? I just put 6 in for x, okay? And I'm putting it in for x because x is the hours, okay? So you really have to put that 6 in for x, okay? All right, my next problem. The units I'm dealing with are x equals days, y equals dollars. So I have 100 plus 20x equals y from the problem or whatever. So what is $600 label? It's dollars. So dollars is y. So this goes in for y. When it goes in for y, I am not going to use a parentheses. I'm just going to scribble out the y. And I put 600. But then when I put it in for y, I need to dot the x, circle it, okay, and then solve it. This 100 is positive, so we need to switch it to minus. And then I minus it on the other side of the equals from 600, and I have 20 dot x. 600 minus 100 is 500. Then I divide. And 500 divided by 20 is going to be, I think it's 25. We'll see. Okay. Yep. Okay. Next problem. X is minutes, y is gallons. 500 plus 2x equals y is the equation that was made. So what's 6's label? It's minutes. So minutes is x. Okay, so I'm going to put a little x above that. So where is x? It's right here with a 2. So I parenthesize the x and I put 6 in for it. Okay. And here's y all by itself. The other side I need to plug in, find what 500 plus 2 times 6 would equal. 512. Okay, my last problem I'm going to do, and you have 4 of them. They don't take long, as you can see. X is hours, y is dollars. Okay, so 60 plus 7x equals y. What labels $550? 550. It's dollars, so that's y. Now think about it for a second. Where is y? It's right here, all by itself. So you need to scribble out the y. And just replace it with 550. Now the letter I'm left with, the x, it needs to be dotted and circled so I can solve for it. I got to get this other crap out of here. So 60. I drop my equals. I have 7 dot x. 550 minus 60 is 490. Okay. So then I divide by 7. So 490 divided by 7 is 70. Okay. Okay, simple as that. If you're plugging it in for x, you just put the x in parentheses, put the number in, and use your calculator. But if that number's a y, you got to scribble and then use your dot method to solve it. All right, pause the video and go do those problems and come back. Okay, now this is a continuation over the assignment from yesterday. It says y equals 2x minus 5. So here's my equals. I have a y and an x on opposite sides, so they're on opposite sides. So when they're on opposite, I would use slope and y-intercept to graph it. So the slope is 2 over 1, and the y-intercept is negative 5. Okay, so I need to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from the 5 point, I go up 2 and right 1. You always go right. So up 2, right 1. Okay, and there's my line. Okay. Now, once again, a line has many different points. Like that's a point, that's a point, that's a point, that's a point, that's a point. Okay, I'll pick 2 of them, I guess. And those each have an x and a y coordinate. What we're going to be given today is 2 coordinates, and I got to find the slope and the y-intercept to write the equation. So let's go ahead and move on. Nothing on the back. Write the equation of the line, okay? First off, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put equals, you put a y by itself, and then blank x plus blank. So this is the m blank, this is the b blank. So now I kind of split this square in half because I need to find the m and I need to find the b. Now this time they don't tell us the slope, okay? When they don't tell us the slope, we have to use y minus y divided by x minus x to find it. And then to find my b is the same thing as yesterday. Y equals m dot x plus b, okay? So it always goes xy, xy, just like that. So I set this up, minus, minus. And first I look for my y, the numbers that are labeled with a y. So negative 2, negative 8. Okay. And then the x's, negative 2 and 4. Okay. Now when we have those back to back, we need to make it plus plus. So I take my calculator. I take negative 2 plus 8, that's 6 on top. Make your dividing line, you have 6 on top. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6, so negative 6 is on the bottom. So now I divide 6 by negative 6, and that's negative 1, okay? Circle that, and that goes in your m blank. That's the slope of the line. Okay, now the b is the same thing. You got to scribble out y, m, and x all the time. Now, circle one of these parentheses. Let's go with this one. Let's just always pick that one. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm just going to always pick this one. So for y, put negative 8. Okay. For m, I put that negative 1 I just got for an answer there. So negative 1. And then for x, I put in the 4, okay, because we're going to put the 4. Let's not use that point at all. So that's 4. So I drop my equals. What do I have over there? I have negative 8. And then negative 1 times 4 is negative 4 plus b, okay? Put the 1 in front of the b, dot it, and we need to switch that minus 4 to a plus 4 and switch it to plus 4 here. So negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4, and I don't need to put the number that's dotting the b as a 1, so it's just b, okay? So there's my equation. All right. You only have 4 of these to do, okay? So the equation, y equals blank x plus blank. This is the m blank, this is the b blank. So I need to find the numbers that m and b are. Again, this time they don't tell me the m, so I need to use y minus y divided by x minus x. And then for the b, I use y equals m dot x plus b. Okay, so this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. Set up your minuses. So the y's are 7 and 6, so I take 7 minus 6. The x's are the 2 and the 4, so 2, 4. So 7 minus 6 is 1, and 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Now I am going to divide that. 1 divided by negative 2. So negative 0.5 is my slope. Even if you get a decimal, you're going to put that in for your m. Okay. Okay, now I get rid of y, m, and x over here, and I'll use this for x and y. Okay, so y is 6. The m is that answer I got right here, the negative 0.5, times 4. So the equals drops down. Over here, what do I have? I have 6. On the other side, negative 0.5 times 4 is negative 2. Okay. Put a 1 in front of your b, dot it, circle it, and I switch my minus 2 to a plus 2. So that's 8, and that's going to be, having a dot number of 1 is just b. Okay, so 8. Okay. Negative 4, negative 8, negative 8, negative 11. So equals y. So m, b. Okay? So m and b. So when they don't tell me the m, like yesterday, we got to do y minus y, x minus x. When they don't tell me the b, y equals m dot x plus b. Okay, so I got my minus minus. That's x and y. That's x and y. Those are my y's. So negative 8 and then negative 11. And then my x's, negative 4, negative 8. I have these two these two right back to back. So plus, plus, and I have these back to back. Plus, plus. So negative 8 plus 11 is 3. My numerator is 3. And then negative 4 plus 8 is going to be 4. Okay. Now yesterday we were always just leaving that 3/4, but today I want you to divide the top by the bottom. 0.75. It's good practice to do it that way. And then we eliminate the 3 letters with my homeboy b. So I use this. Y is negative 11. The m is 0.75. That's at first. That's the answer I got over here. That always goes in for m. And then the x is the negative 8. Okay. So I drop my equals. What's on this side? Negative 11. On this side, I've got to do something. I've got to do 0.75 times negative 8 to get negative 6. And you got to remember to plus b. Put a 1 in front, dot it, and circle it. So I know outside I need to add 6. I need to switch it to plus 6. Plus 6. Okay. Negative 11 plus 6 is negative 5. And over here I've just got b because the dot number is a 1. Okay, 3164. Okay. Okay, so m, b. Okay, so m, y minus y, x minus x. Okay. minus minus, okay? So it's xy, and that's xy. Okay, so my y's go on top, okay? So 1, 4. Then the x's go on bottom, so 3, 6. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 equals 1. So 1 is my slope number. Okay, and then y equals m dot x plus b. We'll use that one. So 4 is y. M is the 1 I just got for an answer over there. And then the x is 6. So I drop the equals. We have a 4 over here. 1 times 6 is 6. Plus b. I put the 1 in front and circle it. Now that's 6. If it doesn't have a sign, it's a plus. So we need to switch it to minus. So minus 6. Minus 6. Drop the equals. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 1 dot b is just b. Okay. Y equals 1x plus negative 2. Okay, my next problem. Y. So that's m, that's b. So I need to find the m and I need to find the b. So m, y minus y, x minus x. And then y equals m dot x plus b. Okay, so xy, xy. So the y's go on top. So 5 and negative 1. And negative 2 and 2. Those back to back, right in a row, need to be plus plus. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. And I take 6 divided by negative 4. That's negative 1.5. And that is my m. So put that there. So we get rid of these 3. So y is negative 1. Okay. The m is a negative 1.5. And the x is going to be the 2. Okay. For consistency, just always use this one. Okay, so I take negative 1.5 times 2, and that's negative 3 plus b. Put a 1, dot it, and circle it. So I have a minus 3, so I have to add 3. Add 3. So that's 2, and that's 1 dot b is b. Okay, so I put 2 here. Okay, y equals blank x plus blank. So m and b. So I need to find the m, and I need to find the b. So m, y minus y, x minus x. B, y equals m dot x plus b. So it's minus minus. The y's have to go on top, 9 and negative 7. Then 4 and negative 4. Again, these two right in a row, plus, plus. These two in between the numbers right in a row, plus, plus. So 9 plus 7 is 16, and 4 plus 4 is 8. 16 divided by 8 equals 2. So I have 2. Okay. So get rid of those 3 things, and we know our m, our y, we're using this. So negative 7 is y. M is 2. And the x is negative 4. So we drop the equals. We have negative 7. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Remember to put the plus b. Put the 1 and dot it. So it's minus 8. So it's plus 8. Plus 8. Drop the equals. Negative 7 plus 8 is 1. And then I just have b. So y equals 2 times x plus y. Okay, 2 more in the video. Y equals blank x plus blank. So m and b. Okay, so m, y minus y, x minus x, and b, y equals m dot x plus b. So it's xy, xy. So here are my y's, negative 2 and 4. The x is 1 and negative 5. Again, I don't need a plus plus here because the negatives are not right in a row. Okay, we leave that alone. But here the negatives are right in a row. So negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. And 1 plus 5 is 6. So negative 6 divided by 6 equals negative 1. Okay, and then we get rid of those three things. And here, this will be my x and y. So y is 4. M is the negative 1 I just got. And negative 5. So I drop my equals. What's on this side? 4. What do I have to do over here? Negative 1 times negative 5 is 5 plus b. So that's a plus. So the opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. And 4 minus 5 is negative 1. And then I got b. Okay, my next problem. Y equals blank x plus blank. M, b, okay? Y minus y, x minus x, y equals m dot x plus b. Okay. Here are my y's, okay? So I've got 8 and negative 4. And then my x's are 2 and negative 2. Got them right together, so plus, 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 plus. That's 12, and that's 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, and then I get rid of these three things. So y is negative 4. M is the 3 from over here. And the x is the negative 2. So I drop my equals. I have negative 4. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And I got the plus b. So I put the 1 in front, dot it, circle it. Opposite of minus 6 would be plus 6. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2. Okay. So we just have b here. So it's 2. Okay, hopefully that made sense, and yeah.